Well, with that being in mind, June already said it. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I think there's been a lot of discussion around Black mental health, Black mental illness. I mean, 16% of people that have been diagnosed with mental illness have been Black.
Okay.
And I feel like now we have a lot of conversation around mental illness. Growing up, no one talked about depression or anxiety. Hell, no one talked about schizophrenia. Black people don't believe in ADHD. You know, we have our own stereotypes and stigmas that we believe in, which leads us to not report or not seek treatment. And then it's also a lack of knowledge, not knowing what's out there and not knowing the benefit of what treatment can really do for you. I was looking into Taraji P. Henson's foundation that she started for her dad, the Boris Henson, whatever foundation. And I thought that was really interesting because I never understood actually what her foundation for her dad did. So for those of y'all that don't know,
that was my next question.
She provides, the foundation provides scholarships to people studying mental health focused majors in college, which I thought that was great. How many people do you meet that actually go to college and actually study that? Of course, everybody thinks psychology, but that's not the only option. There's so many different majors and degrees that will leave you in debt once you leave.
Absolutely.
But they also help provide resources to people as well.
Is her dad diagnosed with something?
Bipolar disorder, to my understanding. Yes. So my question to you guys is, what celebrities do y'all know that are diagnosed with a mental health disorder? Do y'all know any?
You don't ever know.
Actually,
you don't ever know until you hear about them actually passing away and
Chief
dealing
Keef.
with all kind of
What
stuff.
he got?
Chief Keef,
He's what?
He's diagnosed with Asperger's.
That makes sense. He do seem like he on the spectrum a little bit. Asperger's, so for those y'all don't know, Asperger's is a high functioning type of autism. It's on the spectrum.
I'm laughing because when I think about it now,
she said it though.
when I think about it, with the way his music is very like minimal, it's very kind of like tap and go.
Yeah.
And so
To the point now.
Yeah. I can see that.
Anyone
but
else y'all can think
I
of?
read that he's diagnosed with Asperger's.
That's funny. Yes. Well, everyone knows Mariah Carey's bipolar.
I didn't know that.
Raven Simone was diagnosed with depression. Eve was diagnosed with depression.
Yeah.
Wow.
Michelle Williams fights
I know
depression.
Jennifer Lewis had
Bipolar
Now that you're saying
disorder.
all of them, it's like, okay,
Kanye West
yes.
was diagnosed bipolar. Like it's a common thing.
He was
It
officially
happens.
diagnosed, not just Hollywood.
He was
I
getting
think he
treated
was,
for it, so we're gonna say that's
publicly
the
diagnosed.
right.
Yeah, something like
Well,
that.
look, I did my research and it said bipolar was the treatments. That's the meds he was getting for it. We're gonna go with the treat and diagnosis at this point.
Man, shout out to everybody who's addressing their mental health and making sure that it's something that you keep at the forefront of your focus. It's so easy to neglect it.
Heck yeah.
It's so easy. Life is so busy.
Especially in the Black
You be
household.
worried about everybody
yes.
but yourself, man. It's so easy to neglect
And
it. But
look, self-care is the best care. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody else.
Exactly.
Self-care starts with you, mentally and physically. What can you do for yourself today so that you can make it to tomorrow?
Exactly.
And I think we often forget, too, that we are loved, even when we don't feel loved and supported by people. Don't let your family's values and the way you were raised and the beliefs that they taught you about mental illness to allow you to hide in a hole or to hide behind ignorance, because that's not an excuse anymore. There's way too many resources out there today, especially in Austin. Austin has way too many free services, low cost services, sliding scale services. Hey, if y'all need help, reach out to me. I got you.
Yeah.
But there's something out there for everybody.
Yeah. It's a conversation that needs to be had all the time.
Heck yeah.
absolutely
It should be happening more often.
It really
Which is
should.
bullying's happening and kids are killing themselves behind it.
And younger too. Like the young guy, from what I read, he was gay.
Yes.
And he killed himself because he was being bullied.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous.
And I think they said his family, he couldn't come out about or whatever to his family. But I mean, coming out is a hard process.
It is. But 9 times out of 10, your mama or your daddy already know. Well, most times your mom.
True. But they be in denial. They know, but they don't want to accept it. I was watching Empire today, and I never watch Empire, and it was showing clips of, I guess, when the Jamal character got married. But I like the way that they show the views, because the views are very real. I mean, like a dad trying to force his son, you need to be this masculine role, and a mom saying, accept my son, and then he marries a man with a positive HIV status, and they want to spread awareness, and that's truly what mental health needs.
Yes.
In the Black community.
Yes.
Awareness, prevention,
Exactly.
acknowledgement.
Absolutely.
Can't sweep everything up under the rug because it passes on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And your pain is never just your pain.